tell me a little bit about yourself?
I am a up and coming YouTuber. My videos focus around politics and things around politics, like the minimum wage, the COVID vaccine, and things like that.
Okay, nice. Can you share your thoughts on minimum wage?
Everyone has their idea of what the minimum wage is and what it should be, and everyone has their idea of if we should raise it or not. It's a hot topic debate. My idea is that yes, we should have a minimum wage and we should raise it, and it's something that we need. It helps a lot of people out, and it's like, come on, it helps people out, and I believe that is something that we can really use to help people, especially minorities and people of color.
Okay. Who do you think benefits from getting the minimum wage being raised?
Well, a lot of people benefit from it. Some people, who are already working benefit from it. Some people who are, trying to come into the job field benefit from it as well. My idea is that everyone benefits from the raising of the minimum wage.
Okay, cool. Who do you think it hurts, if any, if the minimum wage get raised?
Of course, a lot of people do get hurt if the minimum wage is risen. You have certain organizations that are, living off of slave wages of their employees. Some people, may be not that skilled and have a lot of education. They may be hurt from it being raised because they may be, they lose their job to somebody who has a high school diploma or a, bachelor's degree or associate's degree. For me, I focus on the people that will help, not the people that will hurt. Because yes, there's some people that will get hurt, but it's going to help people more than anything.
Okay, thank you. How does the employee benefits from minimum wage being raised?
Employees benefit greatly from it being raised. It helps people who are living in poverty. It lifts them out of poverty. It takes them to the next level. The minimum wage being risen is not going to be the end-all be-all answer, but it does help people out. It helps them get out of poverty. I read a study by the National Law Project, and they said that about 35 million individuals will be helped out by the minimum wage being risen.
Okay. Oh wow. Thank you for giving us some little information. A question: how does the employer benefits?
The employer benefits greatly from it. You hear these topics about how, the employer never benefits from it, but it does. When the minimum wage is risen, it puts money into the hands of the employee and their customers. It puts money directly into their hands. So their customer base will have more money to spend at their organization. And they'll be able to benefit from that by having that happen at their organization. So let's say a person comes in and normally buys one item. This is different. They'll be able to come in and actually buy more. For every dollar that a low-wage worker makes, they said that that person will put $1.21 more into the economy.
Okay.
That's a good thing. That helps businesses out.
Yes, it
They'll
does.
be able to get more money than they're actually kicking out,
Okay.
which leads to profit for them.
Yes. Oh wow, learning something new. Okay. How does the economy benefits from minimum wage being raised, if it does?
Like I said, it helps everyone out. We heard that the economy can benefit from a person just getting a higher rate, because every dollar a low wage worker makes, they put in $1.21 more in. It also helps out with ending, or helps towards ending the wage gap that's for people of color or between men and women as well. I read a study that said that for a white man, every dollar a white man makes, a black man would make 98 cents.
Wow. Wow.
And a black woman will make 97 cents.
Mhm.
It may not seem like a lot, but if you spread that out, a white man will make, let's say, $74,000.
Mhm.
The black man will make 73, and the black woman will make 72.
Well,
Barely even close
so with the
to the white man is making.
to our
If-
male counterparts.
If
Yeah.
you raise the wages, it will lead to these individuals who are mostly African American and people of color who have these service jobs where the minimum wage is mostly in effect. They'll be able to close that gap. Like I said, it's not a perfect solution, but it does lead to helping them in closing that wage gap.
Yes, yes, it does. How do teenagers benefit from minimum wage, if they do?
Again, like I said, it helps out a lot of people. Teenagers do benefit from it as well. They'll be able to get money that they normally wouldn't be able to get.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, teenagers will be making small wages and not be able to do things that they directly want to.
Right.
Like, eventually you may want to start a family. You may want to have money to pay for bills. This helps them out by giving them access to this wealth that their parents didn't have. It helps them be able to move up the ladder. Just by having a regular job, a service job,
Right.
where they were just maybe going to McDonald's and taking orders, will be able to now pay for them to have a apartment,
Right.
or maybe even lead to home ownership.
Yeah. Great benefit to them. How does minimum wage affects unskilled workers?
Unskilled workers will be able to benefit directly from this. Most unskilled workers work in service jobs, things that don't really require a lot of education and a lot of, real mental skill, just labor. Those are the jobs where mostly minorities and people of color are in.
Mm-hmm.
This will be able to help them because they'll be able to get access to newfound wealth. They'll be able to do things. It'll be able to help them be able to afford for their family
Mm-hmm.
without having to go to school or go
Right.
to a trade school. They'll be able to just take care of the things they need to take care of while having a job that they either want or at the time may just be beneficial for them. They won't have to be looking for another job. And that's best for them because they may not have the skills and education that others may have,
Right.
but if they have the wages that allow them to be able to make a living, they don't have to go out there and look for it.
Good. Yeah. Makes sense. What do you say to those who think they should have poverty programs instead of raising the minimum wage?
Well, yes, we like to believe that we can just easily get our constituents to just create a program
Mm-hmm.
and call it a day. They'll be able to take care of it. But I'm one, like, do you think that you want to leave this thing into the hands of people like the Republicans? Because we've seen programs come and programs go. Programs get funded, programs can't.
Right.
I read a report that Donald Trump was trying to cut $1.5 trillion from social programs like food stamps
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and Medicare.
Yes.
So, would you want him to be able to come in and just cut funding to the program, or you want something that is more of a permanent solution?
Right.
Raise the minimum wage. Once the minimum wage is risen, you cannot go back.
Yeah.
A program can be cut. Funding can be cut.
Yes.
And Republicans will love and lavish the idea of cutting programs that help minorities and people of color. So I don't think that that'll be to help out. I mean, that'll be a good idea, but the main thing is we have to raise the minimum wage.
Yeah, I agree with that. What do you say to those who believe that minimum wage benefits the teenagers?
Well, yes, it does, but it helps other people out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they get a job, yes, it will lead for them to be able to have a steadier job, but that also helps out individuals who are maybe older and already established.
Mm-hmm.
If your wages aren't at the level of the minimum wage, you get an instantaneous boost into your check. They can't pay you less than minimum wage. So
Right.
if you're making $11 an hour while teenagers are making 15, you're going to instantaneously get a $4 hit to your pocket, and you're going to get more money. So it helps everyone out.
Yeah.
Yes, teenagers will be able to come in, be able to get a better job, but that doesn't mean that older workers are left out.
Right.
This also allows for more skilled workers to be able to have access to other areas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it helps out the unskilled, but it also helps out skilled workers. Because now organizations will have to pay the $15 an hour, so they will require more education for things that actually have education to deal with.
Right.
So these jobs will have to hire someone who's older, because they won't go for a teenager who doesn't have the bachelor's degree or the associate's degree or the educational background. So it helps older people out as well,
Mm-hmm.
not just teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
The minimum wage may think it's just for them. No, they make more money. Everyone makes more money. It's the best thing that can happen.
Right. Okay. Thanks for sharing with me on that. What about people who say minimum wage hurt the tip workers?
Yes, I know people would think that tip workers would be hurt because if the minimum wage is risen, more restaurants will start to cut back on, these type of workers. But that's not true. I mean, be real. You thinking that your average CEO is making God knows how much money. I read that the CEO of Chipotle last year made $38 billion.
Wow.
And you're telling me that, his organization is living on a razor's edge and he can't pay his workers a higher wage? Come on, you don't believe it. No one believes that.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't hurt. The thing is, those businesses only will do what's in their best interest.
Mm-hmm.
If the law tells them, no, you can't pay them, wages like $2.13 an hour, which I read was what is the sub minimum wage for restaurant workers. I don't think anyone can live off of $2.13 an hour.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
And to think that you're living on the mercy of someone to give you tip money
Yeah.
to be able to counteract that balance. While the restaurant owner, he doesn't have to worry about tips.
No.
he gets money from the service and the food and everything else. He gets bonuses like crazy. Why not raise the minimum wage for these workers and stop having them work slave wages?
Yeah.
Allow them to work regular wages that can help them make a living. They can also benefit from the raise of the minimum wage. If it's $15 an hour for them, yes, you may think they're going to lose their job. But again, like we seen during the Great Recession, people lost their job, but what happened? It came back.
Yes.
Because once people started having money in their pocket and disposable money, these organizations have to hire. They have to keep up with the demand.
Yes.
So they're going to hire these individuals. Some organizations may just get hit for the game and not even fire their workers and just eat the losses until they reap the benefits. In which they will reap a ton of benefits if they just allow it to happen. Tip workers will benefit from this heavily. You get paid your hourly wage if you have hourly wage. Some people who deal with a salary or get paid from a trade or something like that, they don't benefit at all from the raise of minimum wage because they're not affected by it. They're not working hourly. But people who are working hourly should not have to struggle to be able to make a living.
I agree with that. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your thoughts. And have a good night.
You too.